Hi. So we're going to try to cook it as little as possible to keep as many nutrients in it as we can. We're going to do my variation of strudel, and I've got all these ingredients here. I took the nuts, and I'll show you what one I'm using. I'm using all these pecan alive, almonds alive, pistachios, and cashews all alive. And we have organic Fuji apples that are just delicious from Mother's, I believe. And we have some flaxseed here. This is the bag of flaxseed, you can see it. And oatmeal, the standard of oatmeal. So I'm going to start off by putting this on this cookie sheet that's covered up with foil. Just push it out. Let it, instead of putting a wheat crust, which most of us are allergic to gluten, we're going to start with oats. If you're allergic to oats, use another grain, rice or whatever that's cooked. All right, now I'm going to spread the flaxseed, which is so good for you. It has all the omegas, which are vital to your body's health. It even looks pretty with those two different colors, variation of colors. Okay, this is going to be the crust. I'm going to kind of spread it out evenly. Try to. Makes little grooves. Okay. One thing I did forget to do, and that was bring out the margarine. And luckily it's right here in front. Have to buy some more. We're almost out. Okay, I think this one is pretty much out. So I'm going to put margarine in on the top after we do the apples. So I've sliced these apples, and we didn't have any lemons, so I used a lime, half a lime, and I squeezed. It was a very juicy lime. Limes can be dry. And when you're buying fruit in the market, squeeze them and make sure that they are juicy. My favorite lemon is the Myers lemon. I'd like to have a Myers tree someday. Won't be able to have it up here in the mountains, but I'm hoping for a home in Joshua Tree where I'll have a Myers lemon. So I just love it. I turned the oven on. That's that noise you hear, that it reached the temperature. And Sonia, who's behind the camera last night, cooked some plums that we had. When fruit is getting too ripe, put it in a pan with pure water, either agave or raw honey, Tupelo honey or raw honey, and cook it so we can use it for the strudel. You want your children to be healthy, and if you start giving them nutrients that are healthy, I think this is a little thick, so this one and this one I can cut in half and spread them out a little further. This one's got the flaxseed on it. Okay, there you go. Okay, there they go. Now I gotta wash my hands. Okay, now I'm going to pour the plums that we cooked with a tiny bit of agave, not agave, but xylitol, which I have up here. I'll put a little more on it. I'm going to put a little bit of raw honey over these plums.
How pretty.
Isn't that a pretty color? I'd like to have a dress that color. Okay, let's see if I can pour this without plopping it all at once. As you know, I'm okay with making mistakes on camera. I am human. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, spread that out. Yeah, get it all over the area. Plum over here, it needs to be. A little bit over here. Kind of scoop it around. Okay, I'm going to drizzle some raw honey and have fun with this. You can even have the kids do this. You know, you can always wash them up afterwards. Let them participate with the food. You know, if you have a place where you can grow a garden, plant a little, they used to call it in the war, Second World War, I'm old enough to remember that as a little girl, a victory garden. And it would be a victory for you if your children started seeing things grow out of the ground and they'd start wanting to eat those vegetables that they grew. So if you happen to have time and space and the proper temperature and ground, then I suggest that you go to the nursery and get some plants that started already. You can try little seedlings in the wintertime and little egg cartons with some earth and let them see it grow inside the house in the wintertime. And then what you can do, when they get to be little plants, you can put them in the ground. Till the ground really well. So we're going to put a little bit of butter, kind of spread it around. But this is not butter, it's earth balanced margarine that's good for you. I'm trying to get you from carcinogen foods to health foods, foods that are healthy for you, natural foods. Oh, two in the same spot.
Good aim.
Yeah. Must be a magnet there in that spot. This is kind of a stiff margarine. I should have left it out for a couple hours so it would have been softer to the knife. But it is what we have.
And I guess that's a big gift you're teaching, to just go with the flow, whatever you have.
Yeah. You know, whatever you have that's overripe, stick it in if it's grapes or if it's plums or if it's pears or apples. You know, don't waste it. Cook it and put it on in a strudel. And this is kind of a thrown together strudel. Now, we can also put some cinnamon, which I have right here, over those apples and plums. Just sprinkle it over. Cinnamon is good for you, good for blood sugar. Don't be stingy. Don't put too much, but don't be stingy. And there's a pumpkin spice. That would be good. No, doesn't have a sprinkler on it. Guess I'll try to find the nutmeg instead of the pumpkin. I know I have some nutmeg here. Yep, here it is. This is good. A little bit of nutmeg. I have to get some more. That's going to smell so good in the oven. Now, we'll put some xylitol, which looks like Exitol. I don't have the package with me, but you've seen me show it before. This will give it kind of a crunchy, crispy topping for the xylitol. Because we didn't put too much in the plums last night, and there's definitely nothing on the apples except lime juice. Okay, now I'm going to do these magnificent combination of nuts, and we're going to sprinkle them over, kind of a top crust. Pistachios are in there too. I probably didn't name the pistachios, with the almonds and the cashews. These are those wonderful live nuts that we get at Sky Island. Do I have that right?
Yes.
With Michael Wangler. He has really made a difference in the health food store up here in Idlewild. If you're ever in Idlewild, stop by the health food store. He gives out samples a lot of the times. And we're going to put this in 400-degree wet oven for about 30 minutes. We don't want it too cooked. We just wanted some of the apples to be still live force in them. So we're going to put that in the oven, and we'll come back when it's cooked. Hi, welcome back. I'm going to take the strudel out of the oven now. It has finished baking.
And it smells marvelous.
And the smells are pretty good. Yes, it does. That's a beauty, isn't it? We'll let it cool. And we can put some soy cream over the top and have it like a fruit cereal in a bowl. We're going to let it cool first, though. So I want you to enjoy your food. I want it to taste good and be nutritious at the same time. Look at all those magical nuts over there. They're all live force foods, and we haven't baked the apples too much. They're kind of crispy. That's good. And the plums are cooked, but they're like a sauce. So you can do this with apricots, with pears, with pineapple, anything your kids love, bananas, chop them up and put them in there, or make a fruit salad, a fresh one. Give your children the life force foods that they require, and give them to yourself too. God bless you and keep you.